Very good morning, my dear students. I hope everybody is doing good. Let's continue the chapter called gravitation. And today's topic is gravitational field and gravitational field intensity. And this gravitational field intensity is denoted with the symbol E bar, or it's also denoted with the symbol I bar. As its name indicates and as the denotation indicates, it is a vector quantity. See, gravitational field and gravitational field intensity, both are different. Symbols also mentioned over there. Let's talk about the gravitational field. It is so simple. So this is imagine this is the earth. If I keep a small mass m here, what happens? This earth will pull it. And of course, the small mass m also pull the surface of the earth. Pull the earth. This mass will attract the earth and this earth will attract that small mass. As the mass of this small body is very, very less, and it will accelerate. And this is the huge mass, capital M, will attract the small m towards the center of the earth, my dear students. For example, instead of keeping there, I have kept a small mass m here. Here also, this capital mass will attract the small mass towards its center. Instead of keeping here, I have kept somewhere here, my dear students. Look at here. And here also, this capital mass will attract that small mass, so towards the center of the earth, my dear students. Like this, at any point around the earth's surface, at any point in the space around this earth, we keep the mass and that small mass will be attracted by this earth. And this is the space. So what we are discussing here, and this is the space. So this is the space, carefully observe. So this is the space in which this influence is there. So that is the space or region is called gravitational field. So that's what I'm writing here. So the gravitational field is the space or the region in which, look at here. So the gravitational field is the space or the region in which, space or region around the earth, let me write here, around the earth or around a source mass. So this is called the source mass, my dear students, here. This is called the source mass. Space or region around the earth or the source mass in which its influence is felt by and another mass. Right? Look at the interesting thing. So this is the small mass is kept in the space around the source mass. This is the small mass is kept in the space around the source mass. This is the small mass is kept in the space around the source mass. The space up to what distance from the surface? That is an interesting point. This is the space up to infinity from the surface, my dear students, up to infinity from the surface. But one thing is sure, that as the distance between the source mass and the other point mass is increasing, I am writing here, as the distance is increases, so the influence will decrease. The influence will decrease. Influence andre the force of attraction will decrease when the point we are considering is far away from the surface of the earth, far away from the center of the earth. So what happens? The influence of that attraction, the influence of that influence will decrease. That's it. So this is called the gravitational field. Now the point is gravitational field intensity. Gravitational field intensity. It's a very, very, very important, and this will again repeat in your electrostatics, my dear children. Remember. So gravitational field intensity, Andre, it's so simple. Let's take an example, a huge mass M. From the center of this mass capital M, there is a small test mass is kept here. Test mass andre the mass which is very, very, very less, negligible mass it is having comparatively this. And this is the small mass is kept at a distance small r, my dear students. Small r. The distance between the two masses is small r right now. Now, this mass will influence this mass with the force of attraction towards the center with the F bar. Yes or no? And there is a F bar and M relation here. So that is called the gravitational field intensity, or that is called I bar, gravitational field intensity, which is equal to the F bar with what force this mass is attracting it. F bar divided by the value of this mass. So this is called gravitational field intensity, my dear students. See how simple this equation is. The gravitational field intensity equation, how simple it is. And let's talk about it. It is a vector quantity, and let us talk about its units, my dear students. Units, carefully observe. So this is Newton. This is kg. Observe everybody. So this is Newton and this is kg. Look at here. So Newton per kg is equal to 1 meter per second square. Yes or no? Definitely it says. So 1 Newton is equal to e kg allodre 1 kg meter per second square is 1 Newton, and this meter per second square is the unit of acceleration due to gravity, my dear students. Is it the unit of acceleration due to gravity denoted with the symbol small g? Yes. So gravitational field intensity units are equal to acceleration due to gravity, and this is what the concept, what is this concept? So this is the gravitational field intensity due to a point mass. So what is that? Due to the point mass. This is the topic, this one. Now, coming back to the situation, we know this F bar. This is not the final expression. It is the formula for the gravitational field intensity. Alright, so E bar is equal to, namgottu F bar enu anta namgottu. So let us talk about the magnitudes. So the E is equal to, direction the E is equal to, the E bar direction will be the direction of F bar. That's it. So E, this F is equal to capital G into capital M into small m divided by, what is that? R square. So this is the F bar. Okay, numerator we have written. And the denominator, if you write, that is divided by small mass. Carefully observe the small mass. So according to the definition of the gravitational field intensity, E bar is equal to F bar by M. So in small m cancel. So what is that? Capital G, capital M by R square. Right? So this is a very, very, very important expression for gravitational field intensity, my dear students. A very important equation for gravitational field intensity, which is capital G, capital M by R. Most important part is capital M is there in the formula, not the small m. Small m here gets cancelled, and capital M andre source mass. At any point gravitational field intensity bekandre ನಿಮ್ಮ formula ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ small mass ಇರಲ್ಲ, that particular mass ಇರಲ್ಲ. At what point you are finding gravitational field intensity, ಆ point ಹತ್ರ ನಿಮಗೆ mass ಇರಲ್ಲ, source mass ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ equation ಅಲ್ಲಿ. All right, and let's draw the graph for this. So the E bar due to a point mass graph ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so this is the graph. Look at here. So y axis indicates E, gravitational field intensity values, and x axis indicates R, distance between two masses, source mass and the test mass. The source mass ಗೆ point mass ಅಂತಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. All right. Here, what is happening? So E value is inversely proportional to R square dane. See, E is inversely proportional to R square because G constant and the source mass is also constant. Only we are changing the R. We can only change R. So that is what E equation prakara I can write the inversely proportional graph like this. So E is inversely proportional to R square. The graphs are very important. Already we have drawn the graphs during acceleration due to gravity. A very important graphs ನೀವು last year JEE and the NEET exam question papers ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ there are some graphs were asked, right? So here one graph and there are so many graphs we'll get now, right? So let us solve the next question, right? Next question ಅಂದ್ರೆ next case ಇದೇನಮ್ಮ gravitational field intensity due to a point mass. ಈಗ gravitational field intensity due to a shell ಅಂದ್ರೆ shell means halosphere. The gravitational field intensity due to a solid sphere. Let's discuss. The gravitational field intensity due to a ring, just a ring. Let's see. A spherical shell, E bar, due to a spherical shell. Spherical shell or halosphere. ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. This is the halosphere. The radius of this halosphere is capital R, right? First case, mass is kept here. The distance between the two masses, this is small mass, shell mass capital M. This is small mass. So distance between these two is small r. First case. First case ಏನು? ನಮ್ಮ small r is greater than capital R. Will you agree with that? That's outside the shell. Outside the shell. Now, second case. Second case ಇಲ್ಲಿ exactly on the surface. The mass is kept on the surface. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ r is equal to capital R ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So second case ಏನು? Small r is equal to capital R. Third case ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? We'll keep the mass, small mass inside the shell. We'll keep the small mass inside the shell. So this is what the R. This is the small r. In third case ಅಲ್ಲಿ can I say the small r is less than the capital R, my dear students? Did you understand the three cases? ಈ three cases ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ so you can move further. E bar due to the solid sphere we are going to discuss right now after this. So if you really understand this and it will be useful now. So look at this. So ಈ case ಏನಮ್ಮ first case outside the shell. So general formula for E bar ಏನು? E bar is equal to G into capital M by R square. The same concept here. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಮಾಸ್ ನೀವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ತರ ನೀವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಇದು ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಸ್. We have two masses separated at a distance small r. Simple. We have two masses separated at a distance small r. So here E bar is equal to G into capital M by R square. That's it. The first equation is number 1. When the point is outside the shell. And second case alenu, second case alli small r is equal to capital R ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ G into capital M by capital R square ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಈ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ r capital R ಆಗಿದೆ. That means on the surface. On the surface. And this is interesting point. And when the small r is less than capital R, andre when the point is considered inside the shell, carefully observe your E bar value will be 0. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ so ನಮ್ಮ E bar ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಇದೆ which is equal to F bar by M ಅಂತ. According to the shell theorem, as there is no mass is inside the shell, right? There is no mass distributed inside the shell. So the gravitational force inside the shell will be zero at any point. Alright? So then F is 0, E 0 agata. So what? Look at this. Observe. I'm just going to draw the graph, my dear students. Graph. So this is E and this is R. This is the center of the shell. Look at here. The center of the shell. From the center to the surface, there is no E value. Look at here. So this is inside. Yes or no? So this is point is inside. So this is the surface. Look at here. This is surface, the point. And this is the point is outside the shell. We are talking about inside. Inside E value 0. No graph will be there. Till what point no graph will be there? Till the point your small r is equal to capital R. At this point you have got the value. What is that? G capital M by R square. Illinda illi tanka E value 0. No graph line nodri. And here the graph line we have got. And from surface to the outside, your E value is inversely proportional to R square. Look at here, E value is inversely proportional to R square. Inversely proportional graph E tara irutte. So E is inversely proportional to R square. Very important graph, my dear students. So here the R values are less than capital R. Here the R values are greater than capital R. I hope you understand it. And these are the graphs, the similar graph you have already got in acceleration due to gravity. Let's recap it, and you can do that. Just 2-3 pages back, you'll get the similar graph for you, right? Similar graph nimge sigutte. Now the E bar due to solid sphere also let us discuss, children, right? E bar due to the solid sphere. E bar due to a solid sphere. Right. The concept remains same. This is the solid sphere. And solid sphere, let me represent like this. Otherwise, you will get confused between the first case and this case. So this is the solid sphere. There is a mass inside. So the radius of this solid sphere is capital R. Solid sphere mass is also capital M. First case, the mass small m is kept outside. So that distance is R. Okay, see here. Small r is the distance between the centers, two centers. Center of this mass and center of this mass. First case, when small r is greater than capital R. So that is outside the sphere. Second case, inside Allah, exactly on the surface. So your small r is equal to capital R. Second case, small r is equal to capital R. Idu on the surface, my dear children. On the surface of the solid sphere, the particle is taken. Third case, this is interesting case, right? Third case, the mass is kept inside the sphere. Here, inside the sphere. This is hollow sphere, this is the solid sphere. That's the difference. So this is what? The distance r from the center. So where small r is less than capital R, so that's inside. Alright? Let's talk about it. So whatever it may be, this is one point mass and this is another point mass. Between 2 point masses, the distance is small r. You can write the gravitational field intensity E is equal to G into source mass capital M divided by R square is small r square. And this small r place ali capital R hakidre, on the surface value you get it Gm by R square. These two are same. these two are same on the surface and outside the surface it's same, and you get the graph also same, my dear students. So the graph also same, you get it. Elinda from the surface, small r is equal to capital R, idu E values, idu R values, observe madri. And here, so this is the center of the solid sphere, and on the surface the value is G capital M by R square. Okay, so on the surface this is value, away from the surface this is value. See, this E value is inversely proportional to R square. E value is inversely proportional to R square. So what I am writing like this, see, E value is inversely proportional to R square, children. Okay, we need to focus on this. Small r is less than capital R. Small r is greater than capital R. It's fine, it's done. And this is also done. So here now focus ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ. At this point, the gravitational force will not be zero, my dear students. The gravitational force will not be zero. So this is what we have discussed in the shell theorem. If it is a shell, at any point inside the shell, the gravitational force will be zero, but in this case, the gravitational force will not be zero. So as it is not zero, there is a gravitational field intensity. So what is that? G into capital M. Carefully observe. Now, this is the only mass is acting as a source mass. Only this mass, observe, only this mass is acting as source mass for this object. And it is like on that mass, it is on the surface. So that mass, let me write M dash. So G into M dash divided by R square. R is the radius of that particular mass, solid sphere, small solid sphere. So here, E is equal to G into, and this mass I can write volume into density, my dear students. This mass, only this mass, its volume is how much? 4 by 3 pi R cube into density rho divided by R square, right? R square idu cancel. One R sigutta. So from here, everything is constant except that small r. Look at here. G constant, 4 by 3 constant, pi constant, rho constant. So E is directly proportional to R. Carefully observe. When a particle is inside, when the mass is kept inside the solid sphere, so your E value is directly proportional to R. Andre, when you draw the graph between E and R, when you draw the graph between E and R, so look at the interesting graph, you will get a straight line here. This is E is directly proportional to the R. That's it. First step. So like this, questions can be asked based on the graphs also, my dear children. Based on the graph also questions can be asked. 3 graphs we have drawn. 3 graphs. Let's talk about gravitational field intensity due to a ring. Solid sphere is finished, a hollow sphere is finished, due to a point mass is finished. Now the gravitational field intensity due to a ring. Let's talk about that. It is E bar due to a ring. E bar it is. So we are not going to derive this because this derivation you will do it in electrostatics. And this derivation, similar derivation, you do it in magnetism chapter in 2nd PUC. There, for the theoretical exams also, the derivation is very, very important, long answer type questions. There definitely you will do that. So that is the reason we are not going to do any kind of derivation here like shell or the sphere, solid sphere. Because there is a huge derivation is involved here. So that takes a lot of time, that's not required. So let us take, this is the ring, carefully. The ring whose radius is capital R and the mass of the ring is M. At a distance small r, so there is a mass is kept here. And you know the situation, this and this, the distance between these two is how much? So square root r square plus small r square. In derivation we'll use that also. Okay. So imagine this is the ring. This is the ring I have. Mass of the ring is m, radius of the ring is capital R. From the center of the ring, so there is a point is kept here. And this is the distance is square root r square plus small r square. This is the distance here. So this is the small r. Okay. At this point, gravitational field intensity. At this point, the gravitational field intensity, capital G, capital M, small r divided by capital R square plus small r square all to the power 3 by 2. At this distance r, the gravitational field intensity at a point P is, this is the formula. And one interesting thing, at the center, look at here. So 2 points I'll tell you. At the center andre small r is equal to 0 tane. Center andre small r is 0. So this is what the ring I have told you. At the center, from the center, the point is taken at a distance small r. Okay. Now the small r is reducing. Small r is 0. Andre the point is on the center. On the center, r is 0 and here 0 substitute madidre e 0 agutte, right? Gravitational field intensity at the center of the ring is 0. And at what distance the gravitational field intensity will be a maximum? Look at here. So E value you will get it maximum at small r is equal to capital R by root 2. There's a derivation for this also, right? For entrance point of view, these things are important. This formula and this one, these are important. So what is that? When small r is equal to r by root 2, capital R by root 2, here there is E value maximum, gravitational field intensity maximum. So you may get it out, sir, this r can also be taken to the other side. Yes, of course you can take it. So this is a ring. So for the ring, this side you can take r and this side also you can take small r. So that is the reason the small r I can also take plus or minus capital R by root 2. If you consider from the ring, right side positive and left side that will be negative. Alright? So this is the E maximum you get it. If you want E maximum, so what you do is, so this R by root 2 value illi substitute madri. R by root 2 and R by root 2 illi substitute madri. So you will get E maximum value. Alright? Everyone? E maximum value you will get it there. Now, let's talk about the numericals, my dear students. So the numericals will be like this. Let's see. So there is a mass 100 kg. There is another mass, it's 10,000 kg. Both are kept here at a distance of 1 meter. Alright? The question is, where from the first mass gravitational field intensity is 0? Understand? At what distance from the first mass gravitational field intensity is 0? So this is the point, and imagine at a distance x from the first mass, the gravitational field intensity becoming 0. Andre I is becoming 0. And carefully see, I is 0 andre F is 0 tane. Tell me. Because I is equal to F by M. At this point, the gravitational force, the net gravitational force is 0. And net gravitational force is 0, and you know how to find that x value. Null point, and that's a point is called the null point. At null point, you all know how to find the x value. X is equal to d by square root m2 by m1 plus 1. In the last classes, I have seen most of the students has applied the square root for 1 also. No, only for this part. Okay, from here, d is 1 meter divided by root m2, it's 10,000 divided by 100 plus 1. Two zeros cancel. This is 1 by root 110, 10 plus 1 is 11. Yes, 1 by 11 meters from the first mass, right? 1 by 11 meters from 100 kg mass. Null point is obtained. Null point is obtained, my dear students. So, these questions they will ask. Let's move on to the different questions. Let's move on to different question. One more model I just wanted to show you. Let's move on, right? So next e model question ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. There is a mass m1. There is another mass m2. This question will build up your confidence in the concept. And gravitational field intensity at m1 is I1 ante. I1. Look at here. Gravitational field intensity at m1 is I1. Gravitational field intensity at m2 is I2, including the directions I have told you. Now we need to find the relation between I and m, right? So find the correct relation among I and m values are there. Observe. They are separated at a distance r. The question, see. Gravitational field intensity at m1 is I1. Look at here. I1 is equal to, before moving into the question, you know gravitational field intensity is equal to G capital M by R square. What is capital M over there? Is that the test mass? No, that's a source mass. That is what? Source mass. So once again, look at here. Idu source mass ankondre, idu test mass andre, at the test mass, due to this, the gravitational field intensity is G capital M by R square. Carefully observe. At this point, a small mass iralla illi. Understand? At this point, in the formula, small mass iralla. ಅದೇ ತರ I1 is equal to G into ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ at this point ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ m1 or m2 m1 ಇರಲ್ಲ so that will be m2 because at this point ಇದು source mass ಆಗುತ್ತೆ so m2 divided by r square. At the same time I2 is equal to G into m1 divided by r square. We are not writing in the vector form. So just the ratios of these two, I1 by I2 is equal to G m2 by r square divided by G m1 by r square. G by r square cancel, and the formula is I1 by I2 is equal to m2 by m1. And if you write little more, it will be I1 m1 is equal to I2 m2. And it will be I1 m1 minus I2 m2 is equal to 0. I am not writing in the vector form, my dear students. Right? So look at one more question. Equation. This is the mass m and it's a shell. From the center, at a distance r by 3, carefully see, the radius of it is r, okay. From the center at a distance r by 3, a small mass m is kept at point P and Q. Find gravitational field intensity at point P. What is the gravitational field intensity at point P? Is it 0? Is it 0? Yes, it is 0. You can go back and study the concept of shell. In today's session itself, we have discussed about the shell. Let's look at one more question here. One more question. There is an equilateral triangle, mass m, and this is mass m, and this is also mass m. The centroid of the triangle, I am just drawing here the centroid of the triangle. This is the point, a centroid of the triangle. The question is, find the gravitational field intensity at the centroid of the triangle. Alright, centroid of the equilateral triangle. Ready? Now, this is the mass at the center. Will apply a gravitational field intensity E1 bar. Right? This is the mass. Will apply a gravitational field intensity E2 bar. This is the mass. Will apply a gravitational field intensity, look at here, gravitational field intensity E3 bar. Right? Can I say E1 bar is equal to E2 bar is equal to E3 bar? Can I say like that? Tell me everyone, tell me everyone. I can say E1 bar is equal to G into small m. So at this point, when you are finding gravitational field intensity, this is a source mass. At this point, due to this, the gravitational field intensity, it is a source mass. And it is the source mass when you are finding the gravitational field at this point due to this mass. Everything, distance is same. This distance is equal to this distance is equal to this distance. So I can say Gm by x square is x ma. This is x and this is also x here. And I can say E1 bar is equal to E2 bar, magnitudes I am talking about. E1 is equal to E2 is equal to E3, magnitudes I am talking about. Two cases involved here. This is the angle 120 degrees. And this angle is also 120 degrees and this angle is also 120 degrees. Look at here. In this case, resultant value at the center will be 0. When all these magnitudes must be same. E1 magnitude, E2 magnitude, E3 magnitude is same. And angle between any two you can take. These two or these two or these two. Angle between any two adjacent vectors is same. These two 120, these two 120 and these two also 120. Our case at the middle point, resultant value always will be 0. And why it will be 0, I will tell you. Listen. Why it will be 0. So this is the situation is like this here. See, this is the situation. ಈ ಕಡೆ E1 bar ಇದೆ or magnitude ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ E ಇದೆ E1 and here it is E2 and here it is E3. E1 is equal to E2 is equal to E3, right? Okay. E2 E3 ಗೆ result ಇದು 120 degrees. Okay. So when it is 120 degrees, so the resultant of E2 and E3 will be E dash ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. You know that E dash also will be equal to E3 and E2. In the vectors you might have learnt it. So ಈ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ E dash is equal to E2 and that is equal to E3. And anyway E1 is equal to E2 which is equal to E3 ತಾನೆ. So that is equal to E1. So all these four magnitudes are same. Okay, coming back to this point. At this point, now two vectors are acting. One is E1, other one is E dash. E1, E dash, both are having the same magnitude. Idu on the 20, so E1, gravitational field intensity, meter per second square, 20 meter per second square ankondre, this is also 20 meter per second square. Yeah. So this is and this one both are having the same magnitudes, and the net value at the centroid will be 0. I hope it's very clear to everybody. In detail we have discussed, in detail concept we have discussed, my dear students. Alright, and that's it. And this is about the gravitational field intensity, my dear students. And in today's exam and today's assignment, you get from acceleration due to gravity and this one, right? From both the concepts, you will get the exam as well as the assignment. All the very best for today.